Hey, welcome back to Don't Run with Scissors. I'm Kelly, hopefully, your favorite Jeep driving mom of lawyer, mom of twins, and three crazy rescue dogs who likes to craft in her spare time, is training for Ironman, and has gone back to school to be an ASL interpreter. It is snowing here in lovely Michigan. I'm not sure how much snow we're expecting. I don't know why I'm surprised. After all, it is January and it's Michigan. It's the 24th. It has been a really busy weekend, or really busy week, but it's been very productive. Um, I have not one, not two, three finishes. Who am I? Who am I? Not only that, two of those are Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. I don't stitch Valentine's Day. Don't like Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, as many of you know, is that whole weekend is just got a lot of emotional baggage wrapped up into it. And I've been working really hard to sort of unpack and deal with and heal a lot of that baggage. Um, and be able to share the joy of that day. Um, so maybe it's working. Maybe we're healing, and that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. So yeah, crazy. I want to get one of those little those like white branch trees to hang like my Valentine's Day ornaments, and then maybe I'll switch it out and I'll have some like little St. Patrick's Day ornaments. Then I can do Easter ornaments. And then we'll have to change the tree to something summery. We can do summer ornaments. I should pull out my little groundhog that I finished last year. I think I finished it last year. And I can have my Groundhog's Day ornament on my little Valentine's Day tree, stuff like that. Okay, I'm just gonna let you all in on a secret. Like, if I start finishing, like, FFOing all of the things, like, if I pull my basket out of my finishes and I actually start FFOing things, somebody needs to come and see if, like, the invasion of the body snatchers hasn't happened or something, because I don't know who that is. Like, crazy. So, yeah, and so I have WIPGO numbers haven't been called, and I've been having like I want to work on like one of my bigger projects. So then my question is, do I start to count those as my towards the 10 days on that project? Um, on my WIPGO board, do I not count it and just, like it just be a bonus day? Originally I was going to work on my Marine Corps emblem. That's still a goal. As my like sort of go-to to push to get it finished sooner than later. Um, but it hasn't been fitting in with the prompts like in magical stitches and stuff, and so I'm torn, and I think that's part of my problem. The other thing is that my big bag of projects that I'm focusing on, my 22 in 22, is over in my kitchen area, and I should move it here by my stitchy chair, but I haven't, and so like I'm just being lazy, as it so yeah, so I had a big train. I had two big training days this weekend. Um, and between them, we biked about 100 miles. Um, so that's really exciting. My back, it was tender. I put on some lidocaine cream. If I could talk today, I put on some lidocaine cream. I have a small TENS unit I hooked up, and did some recovery stuff there. I'm not feeling too bad today, which I'm a little surprised actually at how good I feel. Although yesterday I only biked 30 miles, and so out of the total number, yesterday was the lower volume day, and I kind of laid low. I actually have been cooking, which is good. Saturday, the boy child was gone all day at MSBOA. He was a room monitor. Um, the girl had class, and then she went to help my mom. Um, and I biked and biked and biked. I also got a boatload of my homework done. As of right now in anatomy and physiology, I have over 100%. Yay! Yeah, that's a big deal. I'm struggling in ASL. Ironically, I'm struggling in ASL with my numbers. Apparently, I can't count. The other thing that I did this last week is I got in the new legs for my chair. So the old legs were probably not even 3 inches, and the new legs are 7 inches. So I sit up higher, so I'm not sitting in a squat position all day. That's very helpful for me. However, the teeny dog and a little dog, they now have to like jump from the couch into the chair really, because sometimes they can get up on the big, like from the ground up into the chair, but not always. I probably need to look at getting a little ramp for them. The little dog has been the tiniest dog has been a terror. He is like 8 to 10 pounds. I think he's gained weight. He might be closer to 10 pounds now. He's like 10 pounds of like Tasmanian devil. Yeah. So yeah, so it's been fun. Last week I taught you the sign. It was supposed to be the sign for fruit, and I couldn't remember the difference between fruit and strawberry. So fruit is like this, strawberry is like this. It's that close. Yep. Fruit, which is the F, fruit, strawberry. If you all remember, candy is in the like in the middle of your cheek, but pickle is down here, and you kind of make the sour face. Pickle. It, it's those things. I taught my triathlon friend last night. I taught him the phrase, I like running. He's got a run streak that has gone where he's run at least a mile every day for the last almost 2 years now. Crazy. I'm not there. Not there. I want to be wise about this summer and Ironman, and I'm honestly thinking that unless something significantly changes in the next month or two with my run and my back and hips, I think that we may be better off doing a half iron, or like maybe doing a marathon and essentially like separate events, um and then doing Ironman next year. The bonus to putting it off next year is I believe I graduate from the program if all goes well. I finished the program in like this. I may have graduated by then, and then so that's a little bit off my plate, and I can focus. So we'll see. I don't know. We're not ruling anything in or out. What we have decided though is for 42 strong for that weekend. I am going to be biking. I will only be biking. That's kind of, I haven't been in the pool enough to really pull off a 2.5 mile swim. I don't think it would take much to get me back to that point. However, in all practicality, that there's not enough time between now and the first weekend in February to get my endurance back up that high. There's no point, and it is not the goal of both the mission of 42 Strong Foundation or our club to get injured in the process of doing this. It is meant, one, to be fun. Well, first of all, it's meant to support and help raise funds and awareness for 42 Strong, but also to have fun, and to be safe about things. It's to trust our limits or our boundaries right now, and maybe go a little bit further, but to do it in a safe manner. So my coach and I have had a good talk. Um, and so I will be biking. Ideally, I will be biking an Ironman distance, so 140.6 miles that weekend. We've split it up between the 2 days or 3 days. So I'll bike basically 2.5 miles on Friday. I'll bike 112 on Saturday, and then I'll bike 26.2, which is each leg of Ironman. Um, I'll bike that on Sunday. So again, if you'd like to donate, I will pop that link again below. Um, every little bit helps. If you do decide to donate, please shoot me a message because I would like to send you something. I would like to send you a thank you. Um, okay. So I did do some shopping. Um, so let's start the ball rolling. Let's see. So sign of the week I already taught you is pickle. Pickle. I like pickles. Favorite. So if you want to do favorite, you're going to take your little middle finger and you tap your chin. Favorite. Versus color. So if you say, my favorite color, for me it's blue. My honey's favorite color is orange. I don't know why that's a sign for orange. I don't know. We've been learning food this week, like ethnic cuisine. Um, so my favorite, let's see, my favorite food is Mexican. I don't understand some of the signs. Okay, Italian. Seriously, Italian. I died in class. I laughed so hard I almost wet myself. And he's like, does anybody know? And I'm like, because the Pope. I died. I just thought that was the funniest thing. But yeah, so Mexican. I like Mexican food. So, okay. So that said, let's get on with the stitching because, whatever. I have tons to do today. Um, I have tons to do all week and we have class. But I'm pretty good on homework. I have a little bit to do tomorrow night for ASL. And then we have a big test over the first unit on Thursday. I'm all up to date and did the extra credit for web design. And I'm all current and starting the next unit, which is a little bit ahead of pace, for anatomy and physiology. It would be amazing if I could keep my A in anatomy and physiology because that will boost my GPA up so much because when I took it several years ago, I got a D. So to go from a D to an A. Oh, that's the other exciting news. So our community college has peer mentors, which is pretty cool. And I got asked if I would apply, and I applied because I think if somebody faculty wise says I think you would be good for this and I think it would be a good opportunity for you, then there's something there and you should take advantage of that situation if you can. So I looked into it and I was like, okay, each semester I can have ideally 2 students under me who kind of come to me for questions like, hey, blah blah blah. No more than 3. I was like, okay, that's doable because you don't have to talk to them every week. Like maybe touch and base with them once a month or something. Maybe once a semester. It doesn't matter. There's a stipend involved, and the stipend will cover. If I continue to go full time classes, it would cover about half of my tuition every semester. Well, I got picked. So that's very exciting. So I have training coming up, not this Friday, but I think next Friday. So yeah. So, okay. So now you're sitting there going, Kelly, stitch what? This last week. I'm glad you asked. Happy you asked. My first stitching Finish. Coffee. Maker. My spelling is a little slow, and what I've realized is that my dyslexia is really bad when you're, and so much of ASL is still finger spelled. It's crazy. So, Coffee Quaker. Now there are some errors in here, as I have been very honest about, even on my Instagram. I had the two colors, the two different versions of 829. There's a stitch off in here, but you know what? And then I reversed the colors in the berry bowl. I don't care because I love it. I love it. The other thing that I did is I changed it so it's Bean's name, Bean's initial, the boy child's initial, and my initial in there. So, okay, I forget where the W is, and I'm not seeing it offhand. Oh, there it is. So I put our three initials in it in the house, even though Bean doesn't drink coffee, rather than the ones that were in there. I did, because I started it in 2021. I had stitched the 2021. I did not go back and change it to 2022 when I finished because I still started it in 2021. So I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Okay. So now you're saying, Kelly. And I don't have a name sign. One of the girls in the class has a name sign. Her name is Emanuela, and our teacher is Dylan. The thing is, with a name sign, a deaf person has to give it to you. Hearing people can't give it to you. It's sort of like a welcome to our community. So I don't have a name sign. So I still have to spell out my name, which is fine. Can't wait to get my name sign, although I'm terrified. Like, I hope it's a nice, it's going to be nice. Now, that said, I did give Kevin his. Whatever. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He thinks that's Kevin. It's not. It's kind of funny. It's kind of mean some days. Anyways, he doesn't really pay attention. He thinks it's foolish. However, I have another male friend who is my triathlon, and I taught him last night. He's actually deaf. He's worn hearing aids, and he's still losing his hearing, part of being a combat vet. He's been wearing hearing aids since, what did he say last night? 2013? For a while now. So he's trying to learn sign, but he hasn't sat down to try and learn it. So last night, on an app called Marco Polo, which is kind of cool, I'm still trying to learn how to use the app. I taught him how to say, I love running. So he's learning. He's going to start learning. I'm going to force him to. Just kind of like I teach you guys. You know. Okay, so second finish is from Top Knot Stitcher. It's so cute. And when I stitched this, I was laughing so hard because it reminds me of Denise from Black Stitch Studio, because she says, it's bats. I love bats. And then there's that little, is it on TikTok? It might be on YouTube. It's the little girl, and she goes, it's bats. It's freaking bats. It's freaking bats. So this was my first Valentine's Day stitch ever. And it's by Abby from Top Knot Stitcher. So cute. It's cute, and it's sweet, and it's Valentine's-y without being like sugary sweet. Like, with sappy, which is exactly kind of what I needed. So, and it's super, super little, but that's my first like little Valentine's Day ornament, or what will be an ornament one day. So then I went on to the frost, actually, so here's the thing. I actually bought these patterns last year because I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then I couldn't do it. So I went into my stash and I was like, okay, because again, I had finished True Color Style. So on my 22 and 22, I had that open spot for a small. Well, you can't stitch something bigger than what you had finished. You have to stay in that same size. So I wanted to go, okay, that works out perfectly fine because then I can do you know, several ornaments this year, and I'll just keep, you know, when I finish one ornament, I'll pop in the next ornament. So my next one, I didn't do, it's from the Frosted Pumpkin, and I didn't do the outside border. I thought it was a little, it would have made it too big, and it just, plus this way I got it done in a day. So look at that, they're little chemistry beakers. The I loves you. It just reminds me of Bean, my science girl, and I love it. So that was stitch number 2, or that's finish number 3. Actually, 3. I always forget. So this is 3, not this in ASA. So third finish. Okay. So now you're like, now what are you gonna do? Well, first of all, I have lots of work, lots, and then I have homework and biking to do, and my in-person class in class tonight. It is amazing how fast, like at first when we got back to class after being off for almost a month for Christmas break, my sanity was, ugh, and all of us were struggling, and it's starting to come back more and more, and it feels good. It feels really good. Um, I still can't, like my numbers suck. I've got to practice numbers of all things. You think, okay. So my goal this week, and I literally, I'm just going to put it on the week because I don't know. It's not, it doesn't look like it's going to be a hard stitch. Again, I won't do the border. The border is super, super cute. It's from the Frosted Pumpkin up until the little science one. And this one, I have a couple Frosted Pumpkin patterns, but I don't know that I've ever stitched any of them. Because I'm Kelly and I buy things, and buying patterns is a totally different hobby than stitching patterns. So I'm gonna work on this. This in the next couple of days, the Whipco cup numbers for February will be called. I will likely pull out. I don't even know. I know I should pull out Marine Corps emblem. I likely will. Although there's part of me that wants to knit the other sock, which is part of my free space, which is what I wrote in my free space. So I don't, and that would be a little bit different to work on than stitching. Mostly I have to work and do homework. Biology, oh my God, I worked over 15 hours that last Wednesday on it. And then I woke back up to finish it for an hour. I worked still an hour and a half to finish it before the deadline. It was crazy. I was so exhausted. It took me a couple of days. I'm too old to pull all-nighters like that. I mean, I was literally up till 3 in the morning, then woke back up at 6. I'm too old for that. So we're going to plan a little bit better. Like I said, right now I'm sitting a little ahead. I'm going to try and keep up with that being ahead. So I'm going to work on this. If the WIPCO numbers get called, when the WIPCO numbers get called, I'll pull those 2 projects. I may just go ahead and start working on that. I may worry less about getting in the weekly. I may not worry about the weekly props for magical stitches. I may just do the monthly and the yearly. I don't know, but I want my clues. The other thing that sucks is they pick books. I know that years ago I read at least the first 1 or 2 in the series, but it was years ago, so I need to reread those. But they're not available on audiobooks. So I have to actually find time to sit and read them. When? Okay, so my ornament that I want to finish is It reminds me of my son. And it's also from the Frosted Pumpkin. And I can't show you, like, I don't want to hold it up there very long because it's the pattern. I didn't print off the picture. But it says, we go together like, and it's bacon and eggs because the boy child loves bacon and eggs. So I thought that was cute. Um, that that will make finish number, let's see, that would make finish 6. Now remember, I stated my yearly goal, knowing everything that was going on, for 6 finishes or for 12 finishes. So then I would be already at my halfway point for finishes. Now that said, I don't want all of my finishes to be small, little ornaments. I want some bigger projects done. Now, I did finish the True Color Salad. I did finish Pikachu. I did finish the Coffee Quaker. So those are, True Color Salad is smaller, but, Coffee Quaker is not a small one. I'd like to finish, part of me is torn, like maybe I'll go and finish Penelope because Kim, she was on Stitch Life. She's crafting for Sanity on Instagram. She finished Penelope, and Benny Stitchy, Michelle, finished Penelope, and she's super cute, and I really do like her, and I want her finished, and she is on my WIPCO board, so who knows? Who knows? Okay, so now you're saying, Kelly, by what? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Happy you asked. Um, first, bought the Stitching Book Club, Narnia. I love The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And so I am, and I love the colors palette. I just, I really hope it's like, I can't wait. And I know so many of you guys are doing that with me, because it's mine. No, I'm doing it with you guys. No, that's, the Barbara Anna one looks really cute. She's got a new mystery 2-parter that comes out starting in February 1st. I'm still debating it. And my thought is, if I'm debating it, to just hold off and see what it is when it's finished. And if I love it when it's finished, like when the pattern is out, then go ahead and buy it. But right now I have so many that I'm working on and have in my I want to do pile that, to buy another mystery cell. Plus then well, now that Coffee Quaker is off of my 22 and 22, I have not replaced it yet. Because I know in February, remember in February, we're going to do, what is it, Self Love by Birdie Crossing. I'm going to do that cell. So I can pop that into where Coffee Quaker is. So I've been holding that spot open. So really I need to finish a bigger project so I can start Narnia. So much. Okay. So the other thing that I bought besides that is I went on freaking Instagram. I love Instagram, but seriously, on Instagram, somebody is doing the Cool Beans, by Hands On Design. It was a 9-part, pattern that they did, and it's a little bit older of a pattern. So, but I fell in love with it, and me and coffee. So I went on to Hands On Design and I ordered it, and she sent me this lovely. I love their little thank you postcard. It's super, super cute. I still have to finish my, cookie exchange one. But in there, she sent me these adorable floss drops, and we all know that I have finally found the joy in floss drops rather than bobbins. So those will come in handy. Super cute little hot cocoa platter, which Bean will love because Bean kind of likes hot cocoa. In there, because my non-part pattern couldn't travel alone. Actually, I thought I took these out of my cart. Come to find out I didn't. So it is the Block Party Coffee. Super, super cute. Comes with a little felt. However, what I'm honestly thinking, I may just do it straight across rather than as a square, because I don't know what I would do with the square, but I feel like the little row would be super, super cute. I will likely do a conversion from the gassed fabric threads in here that it calls for to DMC, because calls for gas and weak sty works. And like I said, I will likely convert those to DMC. Um, then I bought Wild Salt Air because it goes with my beach theme and it's just so cute. Um, so here is, so it's coffee with coffee and friends, the perfect blend. Coffee is a hug in a cup. Rise and grind. My cups runneth over. With the Keurig, so cute. Cuppa. A whole lot of latte love. Go your own way. And this is how we brew it. I find those absolutely hysterical. Um, yeah. There's a free border that you can also get for it. It's just a simple border. I likely will stitch these 3 down, 3 across kind of thing with the border. It's super cute. However, again, not going to start it right away because I have to I have to finish some other things first because that's just the way it is. It's not the way it has to be, but it's the way I'm choosing to do things now. So yeah, so that's really and truly about it. I need to get some quilting. I need to get a couple quilting projects done. I did decide I'm going to go ahead and sew the bags. I got the new press. I went to go get my sewing machine out the other day because I was like, I'll do that. I'll sit in the other chair. I'll get my I'll sew up a bunch of bags. One of the small dogs, and I actually think it's amazing, chewed my sewing foot cord again. So I had to order a new one. So the new one came in. So I need to go over there and work on that. And I need to go out with my one friend Renee. She's local here. We need to go and have like pedicures or spa day kind of thing. So, what else? That's a lot. Not even gonna lie, that's a lot. So, um, yeah, so we're gonna work on bacon and eggs this next week, and eventually the whip go numbers will get called, and we'll go from there. Um, Maybe I'll have some sewing done for you next week. And yeah, if there's anything I can do, as always, pop me a note, pop me a message. Um, and I will see what I can do to do it. Yeah. So again, lots of goodness, lots of busyness, and remarkably, we still got lots of stitching done. I don't know. Some days I don't know how I do it. Honestly, and then other days I get mad at myself for not doing enough. Um, but I'm trying to be better about that. That's a mug my kids got me that I had accidentally broke before they could wrap it. And we got the replacement. I love it. That's my mantra. And I always tell when people say, if you could tell your younger self 3 words, that's always my 3 words. And if they say, do you have a wish for somebody? I always say, I wish you enough. And sometimes I get weird looks, and somebody will ask me, and I'm like, I wish you enough. I wish you enough happiness. I wish you enough peace. I wish you enough food on your table. I wish you enough money to pay your bills, and to take care of the things that you need to take care of. I wish you enough health to keep going. I wish you enough. Exactly. Like, I wish you enough. Like, whatever you need to feel that it's enough, that's what I wish for you. I know it's cheesy. Oh. So Jukebox Victory. Clay's got the model stitched last night, so we have a big release coming up in time for Valentine's Day. It's gorgeous. I know I'm biased because I helped design it, but it's gorgeous. And I can't wait. So if you want to know the details, we've been giving out sneak peeks both on Instagram at Jukebox Stitchery and on our Facebook pages. Join us. We will let you know then when they go up for sale, which should be hopefully soon. Super, super excited. We've got some other things that are just coming back from the model stitchers, and I am just so, so, so excited. Um, so yeah, super, super, super fun. So all goodness, all fun and games. I need to book my hotel for StitchCon. I am weekend B. I really want to go. I know I canceled my spot in Steel City Stitchers, and I will tell you that my anxiety um, it, it it's really kind of flaring up and making me want to um, cancel on StitchCon. And then I think, no, I really want to go. I really want to meet people. I really want to just have those couple days for myself, um, kind of away from it. I may still, depending on what gym, what the gym situation is, local there, or at the hotel. But I haven't booked my hotel. It's driving distance, so that's not a big deal. I'll drive down. It's not like I have to book a flight. It's a couple hour drive. I can take my laptop. I can bring work with me if I need to, whatever. I can pack up my running gear or even a swim gear. I'm sure if nothing else, there's got to be a gym that I can get a day pass to for um, a treadmill or a pool or even a stationary bike. Stationary bike is about my least favorite option on that, but versus my trainer stand. But I'm not going to pack up my race bike and my trainer stand to go to, like, that's just not practical. Plus my tandem won't fit in my Jeep. Um, but I haven't booked my hotel, and I know I need to do that soon. Or an Airbnb. Has anybody booked an Airbnb before? Like, how does that work? Because I'm also thinking for next year for Christmas time of booking like an Airbnb, or do you book on Vrbo? Like, what do people use for Florida? And we're still debating, do we spend a couple days in Orlando and then go to like Fort Lauderdale? Do we just stay in Fort Lauderdale and drive over super early in the morning to Orlando to go to Disney or Epcot? Do we go to Epcot or do we go to Disney World? Like to the actual Disney? Like, I've never been and it's on my bucket list and I don't want to be like crazy, but I'm also not like a big I've got to ride. Oh, like I'm not a roller coaster girl. Like, and I can't imagine that my head with the shunt would feel good after that. Like with everything. Um, do I contact one of those Disney people? And I'm a Disney person, so don't come at me about that. But you know what I mean? Like one of those people who help you like book your trip. Like, because I have a couple friends who do that. Do I let them like, hey, what do I do? I don't want it to be like a super, super, super pricey expensive. I still want to be conservative about money. Um, so I'm trying to be practical about things, but still pack and do things. But at the same time, I want it to be restful. Like, I don't know. So yeah. Um, so we'll see if you have any tips or tricks or hints. That would be fantastic. Again, still looking for small business grants. So if you know anything about those, please, please let me know. Um, until next week, though. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to get this uploaded. I'm going to hit the paperwork stack next to me. Oh, I am on book 23. 23. I think I finished 23 and I've started 24, or I'm finishing up book 23. Crazy. Thank you for audiobooks. Some of them are shorter, they're only a couple hours. So if they're shorter and on like a Saturday, I can get through two. I have to read the boy child for class is reading the Monk of Monka. Um, so I was able to get it. He also has dyslexic. His dyslexia is probably a little bit worse than it is worse than mine. So he really has struggled with reading even through the years. So I was able to check out the book through the library on an audiobook. So him and I are listening to that. At first I was like, what do I gotta read with you? But honestly, it's kind of a good book. Like it's been kind of cool. The other one that I finished in the last couple days, and I always post like the covers of the books on my Instagram, is what is the Book Club of the Dying Book. That was fantastic because for a while there, the book I was like, sometimes I check out the books that are available rather than anything else, and I was like, okay, because I'll whatever if I don't have to actually buy the book, I'm not out any money. I'm just out my your time, which it that okay that's not such a bad thing. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull up the book really fast. Um, Sometimes my thing, the End of Your Life book club. Um, that was good. That was definitely a high recommend. Um, so yeah. So there we are. So again, I'm gonna let you go. I'm getting serious when I put my hair up in a pony. I'm gonna get this uploaded for you guys. I'm going to again take care of hopefully lots of work stuff. Um, we have to eat dinner early because Bean and I have class at 6, not at 6:30. Um, and it's snowing. And my dogs don't like to go out in the snow. Well, the big dog does, but the little dogs not so much. So, um, I will talk to you all later. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.